Welcome to Updated Autopsy Report, a podcast from Yotsubin and Friends where we replay the entire Ace Attorney series with longtime fans and newcomers. I'm your host, Ben, and with me today is Dessy.
Hello.
And two good friends of ours, Tiago.
Yeah.
And Rose.
Hi.
I am the longtime fan, shepherding Rose and Tiago, and this time Dessy, who are the newcomers.
I did know a little bit about this.
I mean,
Yes,
I also
you-
knew a little bit about this.
You are burdened by a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
We hope that through both of our perspectives as we play through the series, it'll reveal new details and provide interesting commentary for a series near and dear to us. Today, we have all played the fourth case of Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, Turnabout Storyteller. So, Tiago,
Yeah, dude, what's up?
Thoughts?
would you like to share anything with the class?
So, we've been doing this podcast for about, 2 years, right?
Yeah,
a
little over.
Little over 2 years. I know this for sure because Sorry, I should put my phone down. I was Googling something. We were doing this for over 2 years because I remember did significant things with my life when we first started this podcast. There's a hot clown girl in this one. We finally got here, folks. We finally mission fucking completed. We got to the point of where I know about Ace Attorney.
I'm standing on the airship carrier. Behind me is a huge banner that says "Mission Accomplished." I'm here at the podium.
Good job, Helldivers.
We saw
And
the
I'm
clown
like,
girl.
we finally shepherded Tiago to the clown girl. After all this time, we've arrived.
So, I have a bit on, on this podcast of being the horny one, because, there's 4 Ninja Turtles. Michelangelo's definitely the horny one, and I'm Michelangelo. So, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? I see the appeal. We forget the entire fucking case. Let's talk about this character, Gairu Tornado.
Gairu Tornado.
Is it supposed to be
Gale
a Gale
Tornado.
Tornado? Okay, why wasn't it just
they're-
called Gale Tornado?
I mean, because they're all Japanese-inspired characters here. They're all Rakugo performers, right? So we're leaning into the
So
more
they're
traditional
actually-
Japanese names.
They're actually Japanese.
Well, they're Japanifornian.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
again,
true.
if we want to get really technical, all these characters are Japanese 90% of the time, except for Von Karma or whatever, right? And Athena, or
Well,
some of these
yeah,
characters are
but-
technically from other countries in the original Japanese version, right?
But we're playing.
But we're playing the localized version in which everybody is from Japanifornia, except for some of the characters who are from Europe
Yeah.
or from Korean.
Or Japan. We've had some people who've been like, this guy
That's
is
true.
Japanese.
Yes, we have had a handful of characters who are, again, in the localization Japanese as well. So
These Rakugo artists
globetrotting.
are for sure Japanifornian because their fucking Rakugo school is in Japanifornia.
And they're
That's
all absolute lunatics, which is what I would expect.
Anyway, this is Tiago giving the stamp of approval, being like, "Yep, good, great," and now we can move on.
Okay.
Let's go into a murder case.
All right, well, then I'll do the summary. Athena Sykes teams up with her old pal, Simon Blackwell, at his behest due to his favorite soba shop being under threat of shutting down, after drunken staffer Bucky Wet gets accused of murder. Master Rakugo storyteller Taifu Tornado was killed face down in a bowl. Blackwell was witness to the aftermath of the murder and testifies as such, and then joins Athena on the bench. Nayuta prosecutes, pushing for a guilty verdict for Bucky, and Athena gets brief testimony from Gairu Tornado, a balloon artist disciple of Taifu, but then moves on to Uendo Tornado, who reveals his extensive talent as a Rakugo artist. After pushing even further through, it's revealed that Uendo has dissociative identity disorder, DID, with 3 distinct alters. With a quick therapy session, Athena reveals Uendo's 4th alter, Owen, who is 5. He's very shy. Owen did observe some details, which then points towards Gairu. Dragging her back onto the sand, Athena tries to draw more testimony out of her, but hits a wall when Geru reveals that she has a severe soba allergy, making it nearly impossible for her to be the killer. Forcing her hand, Blackwell flips her wig back by force of wind and reveals a wound on her forehead from the murderous encounter. After this, things spiral into place, revealing that Geru murdered Taifu with udon dough instead, pinning her as the killer. Additionally, it's revealed that Taifu is literally the worst teacher ever, forcing a student to make balloons so she, quote, finds her own way in life, stealing a deed to a store to force Bucky to, quote, grow as a soba chef. Nightmare person. I'm glad he's dead.
Awesome.
Anyway, everyone
thank God
gets
somebody
soba
said it.
and the case is over, so yeah.
Wait, are we glad this dude is dead?
I mean,
He sucks.
his teaching strategy is suspect at best and nightmarish at worst. It's truly, if he had been at least a little bit more direct with any of his students, he would still be with us.
That's actually dead ass true. Good point.
His obfuscation of his lessons and his roundabout way of like punishing his students to try to, quote, make them grow is literally what gets him killed, because it makes Geru so frustrated that she, gets mad at him for handing the quote unquote business off to Uendo instead. And then she goes after him and kills him.
When you say it like that, I guess you're fucking right, man. This guy kind of sucked, huh? So does that mean like we're all on her side? I just want to check. Because
killing is still
It's
still murder, right?
Yeah,
But
I guess, but like,
We don't get sympathetic killers very often in this game series, and this is the closest we've gotten in a while. I still don't think it's a full sympathetic killer.
real talk,
Mhm.
Like,
I do think the
I
most
can
sympathetic
see-
killer is Acro from fucking Big Berry Circus.
we could all agree.
Oh.
He
it's
was
a similar
He's up
situation,
there.
right?
No.
What
It's-
about fish wrapper guy?
Oh, well, that's actually a valid point. No, I think Acro is more because he was literally in like a Stephen King-esque misery situation. Like this dude,
Jesus, you're right. God.
like he literally was fucking
Yeah.
suffering for years. And meanwhile, Gairu over here fucking, I don't know, she would just quit her job. Like she could have walked
Right,
out.
yeah.
She could. I guess he was trying
She
to
could've hit the
get her
bricks.
to do that, and she
Um,
wasn't doing it. And
so,
he
like-
eventually drove her mad, and she killed him. Like,
I think two
Yeah.
important notes here about this case is that one, it's all case. There's no investigation. We don't
there's
get
no
time for that.
investigation.
Two,
Yeah, we just get dumped right into court.
our client's drunk as fuck. He is
I think.
deep.
Speaking of cute designs, I think
Okay.
Bucky's design is adorable.
I was gonna say
Yeah, it
that.
is
I think
good.
Bucky's very good.
That's
He's got
why
this
I
like
was
fun
delighted.
skateboard and like the soba noodle like hair design, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
his hair.
hmm
And he's just, I don't know, he's cute. His animations are charming. He's funny. He always catches all those trays of soba. He is the only person on the planet who would dare call Simon Blackwell Simey.
True.
He calls
It's
him
true.
Simey the
It's
entire
because
time.
he's a frequenter. He's a regular at his restaurant.
Yeah,
This-
and Simon just lets him do it.
This
Simon
is
is
the
very funny in this. I was like, what? Like, I was expecting like Simon Blackwell violates his parole by like punching the prosecutor's dead body. Like, he was not having a good time there.
It's very
I
interesting.
do.
Go ahead.
I wanted to add one extra piece of context to this. There's 3 writers on this game. This is the first case that is written by Masakazu Eguchi,
Masakazu.
aka Mr. Famous.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Mr. Famous?
yeah, he's Mr. Famous.
Holy shit! That's for me and no one else, apparently.
He is the writer of Mega Man Legends 2. He's done scenario work on pretty much all the Mega Man Battle Network games.
Oh my god, that explains this fucking case, actually.
He was
I guess,
obviously
yeah, that really explains why this case felt so kind of, I don't know, refreshing after sludging through what we had to
It
go
was
through.
charming. I forgot that prosecutor, Nayuta was there like multiple times. I was like, I'm having
I
fun
sure
with my friend
didn't.
Simon. La la la. And then he'd be like, I'm still here. And I was like, please leave.
That's actually incredible. I love Mr. Famous. Guy who
Yeah, we had multiple. I think so. We had at least one, perhaps multiple people. I know Dojo for sure on Twitter mentioned it to us. A listener who has frequently commented, who basically said like, "Hey, heads up for Tiago." Mr. Famous wrote this one, so people know
Wonderful.
your style, Tiago, already, and they were looking forward.
Tiago
to
has literally said that he likes Mega Man Battle Network multiple times.
Yep.
it's
So
Yeah.
a great game
All the
series.
time.
so he also wrote the DLC case as well. So those were kind of the two that he was the main orchestrator behind. So we'll see how that one feels when we get to that one as
Tiago
well.
has life purpose again.
This case was laser targeted for me. Written by Mr. Famous, Clown Woman. A lot of stuff came up for this case to happen.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with this one overall, honestly, even though I didn't get to investigate.
I feel like it's kind of out of place in this game, but like I kind of love it because it was like an oasis. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I feel like I've been in a dry desert.
Our guy is
can we-
still here, and he okay, prosecutor, whatever the fuck his name is, guy I hate,
Nayuta.
he's like, oh yeah, Miles Edgeworth called me and asked me to specifically come handle this case, and I'm like, is Miles just trying to get this guy out of the country? He's like, oh, don't
Yeah, he's
prosecute
secretly trying
against
to help
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah. He's
I
like,
can't
oh, I
believe-
need you to go to the store for milk. Yeah, no, my store though. I need you to fly back over here.
I can't believe how often that like Miles Edgeworth is just willing to pay for this guy's plane travel. It's kind of insane,
I don't know
right?
if he's doing that. Maybe. We'll
I mean,
see.
he's got to go to the Kingdom of Kurain and back like constantly.
To stop him from having from like executing Phoenix right. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you think Edgeworth
Right.
knows?
Yeah.
He's having a fucking heart attack. Yeah,
Okay.
because Nayuta has gone up against him in court, and he's employed by Edgeworth, so you would think that might come up.
Well, he's not employed by Edgeworth. He's like a freelancer, right? Well, not like a freelancer, but like
Freelance prosecutor.
Traveling prosecutor.
traveling prosecutor,
Freelance
which I think would be
prosecutor.
sick for like
A plaintiff's attorney.
honestly, a freelance prosecutor would go crazy in like the Wild West setting. You know what I mean?
Need like a bounty hunter prosecutor eventually.
Oh, that would
Yeah.
be so cool.
Um,
Hell
But
yeah.
They were in the first game. The big brother died. They were
sorry,
cowboys.
coughing.
I mean, I did
Then-
make the plaintiff's attorney joke earlier, but that's kind of what a bounty hunter prosecutor is. Because you
Yeah.
get paid when you win.
This case felt nice to play because it didn't have any of the weird like emotional attachment that all the other cases have. Whereas like Sadmati is Apollo Justice's adoptive brother, and Sadmati is also trying to kill Phoenix, and then we have Athena who's just like, "Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Athena Sykes. I'm a lawyer. Yippee!"
Yeah, we've been.
I'm a
we've-
lawyer, but I don't know if I'm a good enough lawyer, even though I already had this character development in the last game.
Even though
She's, like,
I
18.
saved Simon from death row with
Right.
24 hours to spare.
Heck,
That is like my one critique of this case, right? Is that it does feel like a couple times Simon comes to her aid just like a smidge too much.
yes, I agree.
Honestly,
does
And I
not
wanted her
even
to stand on her own a little bit more.
not
Yeah.
even when I needed him too. Like there's a couple things we haven't had like Rose's gameplay complaints in a while. Mostly just because I think I've adapted a little bit. But like there was a couple things where I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to know what the judge wants me to present? Like I couldn't figure out the logic behind some things to the
Mhm.
point that I eventually was like, okay, let's check the guide. Okay, that still doesn't make sense to me, but whatever.
That
Because
only
you
happened
kept
to
having
me.
to present the cards, and like sometimes you want to
Mm,
present the crime scene photos instead. Anyway,
yeah.
whatever.
I think for this case, there's only one moment that like I for sure died multiple times on, and it was definitely like, oh, please click the thing on the image, and I go, but like what though? You know what I mean? Like I don't
Oh,
understand what the
what's distressing this like young man.
No, I knew it was distressing him immediately. He was easy to clock as shit.
That's
This guy's emotion is on his face. He's a Rakugo artist. Do people know what Rakugo is? Should we explain that?
I mean, yeah,
it's
if
okay
somebody's
because
not playing
Simon
along,
explains it.
Yeah, but yeah, Simon does give a little bit of an explainer, but it's essentially like a storytelling performance, it's very, Japanese storytelling performance in which somebody recites a script, a story, and performs. The characters and voices and intonations are often different depending on the type of story, and you go through kind of the rhythms of this story and perform it a certain way, right? And so the iconic one that they bring up here, and kind of that this story or that this case is themed around, is Time Soba, which is basically it is an elaborate joke, almost a Shaggy Dog story, right? In a way,
Yeah.
In which a guy's paying for his soba, and as he's counting out the change to pay, he asks the salesperson, the soba shop owner, for the time, and uses that to trick him to pay him less, right, for the soba. Another guy observes him doing this and then tries to do it the same way and messes up and pays more for his soba. And that's the joke and the end of the story, right? And the character who's the Rakugo artist performing it, like, performs these characters and how they're talking and their intonation and that kind of stuff.
This is
and so there's a lot of stories. I think there was a Capcom News blog post from Eguchi where he talked about writing this, and Janet Shu interviews him as well, and they mention at the end a very good anime. So if you are interested in knowing like more about Rakugo and want to watch this, and this also comes recommended from our good friend Iroh as well, Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju, which is an anime about Rakugo and Rakugo performances. So if you want to know more about Rakugo, that's like an excellent starting point, because
it experience.
Yeah, it intros you into it, and kind of gives you the whole setup. And it's also a very good show otherwise. So it's been on my to watch list for a while, but that comes recommended from multiple people now. So if you want more about Rakugo, there you go.
There's also a manga coming out right now from Shonen Jump called, I believe it's Akane. Ooh, I don't forget the second name. Banashi, I looked it up. In which it's about a teenage girl trying to become a Rakugo artist. I did read that, a couple chapters of that. It's not bad. I like it.
To live in a world where you can be paid as a storyteller.
I mean, isn't that kind of like what? Well, we're not paid actually. Fuck, dude.
I mean, there are professional storytellers. It's usually more of a freelance thing, but you can get paid for doing that, yes.
It's kind of interesting because Rakugo artists like perform multiple roles from one position, and then we talk to the prodigy of the Tornado School, Uendo, who has dissociative identity disorder, and therefore each of the roles he's playing is played by a different identity.
Cheater.
I mean, he literally says, I didn't want anyone to know that because I'm afraid that people will call me a cheater, but like, way to confirm his fears, Des. That's, that's an innocent man you're insulting.
He messed with the crime scene.
He did tamper with the crime
he
scene.
Also has a lot of very funny animations. I found him to be quite charming.
Yeah, his different identities are actually really good, and the way that they portray them by like doing different things with his hair is really good.
Yeah,
the second I saw him, I was like, oh, it was the clown girl. Because I looked at this like mildly suspicious looking little fruity ass twink, and I was like, they're trying to fake me out.
You don't think it was? I actually
the fucking
thought...
beginning of the case where we were like, why is that woman feeding that dog so many fucking dumplings?
I thought that was weird.
I thought
it's really weird out of the gate.
I thought she was just being like a clown. Like, I don't know, like clowns.
But they show this like picture of her like soulfully, sadly staring at the door.
Yeah, that was kind of strange.
With like a 1,000-yard stare while she's feeding this dog like a mountain of dumplings.
Literally a mountain.
It's so funny.
I guess we should have
there
known.
you go. Ben's got the image right here.
Oh wait, no, I actually don't want to see
go
this.
Go look it up, listeners.
Yeah, no, you know what? Actually, that is really suspicious.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
We're like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is she feeding that dog? I thought it was potatoes at first.
Just a little tiny dog, too.
Just dumping a whole bag of russet potatoes in. Go to
Here's
town,
your
buddy.
Idaho potatoes.
Oh, that's how I
dinner.
eat food.
So like the
When you're
Jugaboo.
Irish.
The actual like breakdown of the case of like the timeline of events is that fucking Master Tornado wants to eat Soba before his bit because he loves Soba. So he puts it in order for a guy to come by and do it. But before the guy was there, he saw the body, right? So then he left, and then she came in after her performance, the balloon performance, which, like, is it that good? Like, I don't know, man. Are balloons entertaining? Is anyone here entertained by balloons?
It's the fucking balloons being like the opening act for the Rakugo artist who
It's
comes on
weird.
later.
That's a,
weird
that's
It's
vibe.
like,
sick.
this is a different audience. This is, you are,
She didn't even want to do it. She says she's not even that good at it.
right, yeah, she doesn't want to do that. She's kind of being forced into it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like a
This
bunch
guy
of all the
sucks.
5-year-olds in the audience who came for the Rakugo performance are going to be thrilled by the balloons, but everybody else is going to have to wait.
Imagine a 5-year-old being like, "Why is he talking funny?" Like, there's 2 different roles. You're supposed to let your master know when you before and after your set. So like, she goes in, see the master is like drunk as shit with Owendo, who apparently has a 4th personality that only comes out when he's drunk. Whatever.
That
Right.
he kind of doesn't know about, or maybe does.
He does know about it, but he tried
But
to.
he doesn't share. He doesn't
They don't
share
share
memories with them.
Yeah.
They don't share
Yeah.
memories. The 4th personality does not share memory with the other 3, but he is aware of it because he tries to hide evidence of it.
This
Yeah.
poor young man.
Yeah, no, this guy should.
Something going on with him.
Weirdly enough, one of the only like suspected witnesses that actually needs therapy. Like,
Oh my god, so much therapy.
Right, yeah, Athena doing therapy for him in the courtroom was actually maybe a little bit useful this one time.
Yes,
Granted,
exactly.
You know, portrayal of DID, maybe not the most sensitive portrayal
No.
of it in the universe, I'll say.
But
I
it
don't
wasn't.
think I'm
it
going out on
wasn't
a
like,
limb
It wasn't
here,
the
but-
worst
Yeah,
I've ever seen.
It wasn't
It
the
wasn't the
worst.
worst.
Yeah,
By a
exactly,
long
but it's
shot,
not the
even.
worst either. It wasn't awful either.
They did the thing where they're like, are they gonna make this guy the killer?
He
And
wasn't
then
the
they
killer.
didn't.
Weirdly
Yeah.
enough,
Right, they
the-
tempt you with the very cliche thing of having a secret hidden personality that's a murderer, right?
Yeah, I think that's.
and then they
yeah.
swerve from that. So
weirdly
Like,
enough,
just kidding.
having a split personality, very Mr. Famous thing to write. I see. There's a lot of characters
I see
about
you,
Network
Mr.
who
Famous.
has fucking split personalities.
mhm.
I mean,
Um,
listen, it's bad, but I love a good cringe, like,
Yeah,
whatever,
it's
but,
so
like,
mid 2000s. That's what I kind of
Yeah.
love about it. Um,
that was definitely, like, a thing Rose Jr.
I don't
would've
have
been more
DID,
into.
but I don't feel like this was like. It didn't make me feel like massively uncomfortable or anything like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it like straight up. I think the case actually. I don't think it did. Let me phrase the sentence I'm about to say correctly. I don't think this is the worst portrayal of DID because everyone respected it very quickly.
Yeah.
They were like, "All right, this
And-
guy's DID. All right, we're all cool with it, right? We're all
if
cool."
I'm honest, like, Simon and Athena even have a couple lines where, like, this is super unexpected. This is, like, super rare, or whatever.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
even
believe
later
that-
on, when Owen's out, they're like, that 5-year-old child must be horrified,
yeah.
Because they
like
are.
talking to him like it is an actual 5-year-old child because,
Mhm.
in this instance, it is.
And,
Mhm.
like, theoretically, hypothetically, they are psychologists. Which I can't say with a straight
Right.
face, but,
Simon
eh,
probably studied it.
And
Simon
again, they
is
use
gonna
the correct
take
terminology here.
Prosecutor
Yeah.
As
Nayuta
well.
out behind the fucking 7-Eleven and beat the shit out of him after this.
I'm
As
sorry,
much
I-
as Simon loves to, like, say a sexism or whatever, like,
You think Simon's sexist?
he treats Athena poorly, but I think he's
That's 'cause-
Is that more
I
like a
think
little
he's just
sister
like
kind
that.
of thing?
That's
I
like
think
his
he
little
treats
sister
everyone
thing.
bad. Yeah. Whereas, like,
Unless you're the soba shop guy.
Prosecutor Samadi just sucks. I hate him.
The sober shop guy is the Larry to Simon Blackwell's Phoenix, right?
Oh my god. It's Simon's Larry.
It's Simon's Larry. Everyone has a Larry.
Because he's like, we've known each other for a very, very, very long time.
Exactly.
Right.
And I'm
They
like,
have
holy shit.
Listeners, put in the comments which one of us is the Larry.
And if you don't have a Larry in your group, guess
You're
what?
the
It's
Larry.
you.
You're the...
God, what a damning sentence.
Speaking from personal experience, if you don't, like, it's the gay cousin effect. If you don't have the gay cousin,
You
fellas,
are the gay cousin.
it's
Yeah.
you.
Look in the mirror.
Yeah, same thing.
So Gyro Tornado kills her master and goes, I will pin it on the fourth personality, and we'll just see how that goes. And she does that, and then Uendo wakes up and is like, oh shit, there's evidence saying that it's me. I should hide that. I know, I'll pin it on the sofa guy.
Right.
Literally just pins it on the pizza delivery man, and that's so funny to me.
Sneaky little bastard.
Yeah.
He actually has a very elaborate setup in which that, like, he purposely steals his master's bit so that he can perform it and that it's played on the television to create a false timeline of events, and Simon Blackwell's tricked by this. Simon hates that he was tricked by this. He goes, damn you. Damn you, Owendo. And your other
he's very pissed
three
about it.
personalities.
That's what happens when you think you're too much hot shit. Get fooled by the old TV behind the door trick.
The old TV
Also,
behind
I just wanted to say, it is so fortunate that they leaned into keeping Simon as being obsessed with Japanese shit.
Yeah.
For the localization, because now it is so perfect that he has a favorite soba shop that he frequents, right? And that he's here at the Rakugo performance. It fits perfectly with his character. Of course, this dude's going to Rakugo performances in Japanifornia.
God,
of course
Christ.
he is.
He tries to have a weeb off with like Prosecutor Nayuta, and like he kind of loses. Like he tries to gaslight Cape Girl Boss or whatever, and he fails, and then he's like grumpy about it for the rest of the case. He does give him a stupid pun nickname. He calls him like Prosecutor Sad Monk or whatever.
Yeah, Sad Monk.
And I was like, thank God you're here to bring a little levity to this fucking bastard.
We can
This is
now
the funniest
add
thing about him now.
that he's a sad monk.
That
How the
Simon gave
tables
him a
have turned
stupid
about.
nickname.
So Simon Blackwell now added to the compendium of sidekicks. Great
So
addition,
true.
honestly. We love to see Simon Blackwell over here. I don't like front-facing Simon, and he scares me. Front-facing Simon
don't like-
is...
What about
Speaking of
Simon's? What about right-facing?
I
Simon?
like right-facing Simon. I don't like front-facing Simon. I'm with Tiago on this.
There aren't many characters that I can look at face on that aren't like I can't any of the major characters
The
that
problem
I can look at face
is
on
that
that feels right.
in this very image, Simon Blackwell has broader shoulders than his front-facing icon does. And, like...
I need my boy to be so wide.
Every
I require
lawyer
it.
is like a footballer in this fucking series. And why are we not
I
addressing?
think I said it once. Everybody in this is built like a linebacker.
And it's so that they can protect the law. Okay, we need those lines.
Speaking of
they're taking
front-facing,
Defender literally.
Yeah. Speaking of front-facing Simon, my favorite Simon Blackwell animation plays in this case, in which he reaches for the camera, aka Athena's point of view.
Oh yeah, that
and
was
grabs
scary.
her by the shoulder and shakes her and is like, "Get yourself together, girl." It's so
Christ.
funny.
He's so
Just
extra.
shakes the
That you
camera
do.
around.
Oh, remember when Maya threatened to like hit us with a baseball bat?
She did hit us with a pipe.
Maya hit us with a pipe.
That's
in
right, it was a
late
pipe.
universes.
I just have
Yeah.
a memory of Maya hitting me with a
Maya
long
Fey would
cylindrical
pipe bomb.
object.
That's right.
I miss her.
Maya Fey would survive a saw trap, but for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
I think she would break out and break the puzzle and simply go, I'm
The
going to
guy
go
with the
home now.
fucking the killer would get so annoyed with her, he'd let her go.
He'd be like, all right, fuck it. You know what? You can go home, actually.
Just leave, please.
Pearl Fey would simply just break out of the traps. She would just force her way
So
out.
better
She'd
watch
walk
out.
out through the wall. Just leave a pearl face shaped hole in the
Honestly,
wall.
that's the end result of also Maya being
You hear
in
like
a
the
saw trap.
cartoon like
Is
sputtering
Pearl
sound.
also coming through the wall?
Yeah, Pearl's like, excuse me, unhand Miss Maya.
Unhand her. Okay,
Mystic Maya needs
going
be
back to this
free.
case real quick. I think I love having Simon on the defense team because he gets to do a bunch of weird quote-unquote psychology tricks. They're all just like Bugs Bunny nuh-uh tricks, and they work every time.
It works every time. He has to send his bird on a Dunkin' Donuts run at one point because you need some food
I
for
know.
evidence.
It does.
And,
Oh my god.
and the judge is like, get me some too. And then Simon's like, you guys have to pay me back. I need you to Venmo me. And the judge is like, oh.
Aw.
I thought it was gonna be on you.
I thought you
This-
were treating us. And Simon's like, what the fuck?
Confirmed through this case, the judge is a tits man.
Yeah, you know what? We were saying
Oh,
this
yeah,
case
you're
didn't
right.
make us
That's
uncomfortable.
true.
The judge was a little too into the giant tits on that clown woman.
Like,
Even
my...
Athena was like, Your Honor, I'm gonna need you to calm the fuck down.
Everybody asks him to stop it.
Like,
It was so-
Everybody does.
He is married with children and grandchildren.
The judge, despite overflowing with humanity, cannot ignore a great rack. Okay?
Despite all his rage.
Listen, I'm not asking him not to see it. Just keep it to yourself, man. You're married. Keep it to yourself.
I bet his wife would also be like, hey, look at those fucking balloons.
We don't know anything about. We know one thing about his wife, and that's that she paints her fingernails red sometimes.
I honestly...
Fucking Rose
Every
keeping
single
track
time
of
it kills
Ju-
me.
Mrs. Judge lore.
Listen, that's my dad. I gotta keep track.
Mrs. Your Honor's lore.
Do you think it's possible that his wife doesn't exist? Like it's a Columbo bit?
He has
Like-
children
I
and
mean-
grandchildren.
Do we know that?
We've seen evidence of it, haven't we? Because other people, third
Other
parties
people
have
have
corroborated, it.
corroborated the existence of his grandchildren.
Like
Okay.
Damon Gant has mentioned seeing
Yes, that's
his
fair.
grandchildren
Okay.
once before, I think. You know, like other characters have said that these people exist. So they definitely do.
I just wanted to make sure we were walking into like a fabrication because
I
Right.
appreciate your attempt to turn your thinking around.
Ace Attorney is
Tiago.
finally settling in so
True,
much
thank
so
you.
that Tiago needs hard evidence for Judge's wife.
I mean,
exist.
we've only seen him stand like once, and it was in Investigations.
And it was weird.
Mhm.
He has
Yeah, we
legs,
walked
and we
around.
found out about that like in a side story. Like we don't know for sure.
It was
Yeah.
the mainline game, wasn't it?
Well, no, it's
Investigations is
Investigation.
technically considered a side spin-off, you know, but
Poor Edgeworth. Gets most popular character again, and he's written off as a side character.
He's not written. He's
To be
chief
fair,
prosecutor right now.
I wasn't a big fan of Investigations 2.
I liked Investigations. I flew through that game.
Investigations 1 I had a pretty decent time with.
Mhm.
Investigations 2 was rough.
He was actually in
Although-
Investigations.
Well, I didn't play
1,
2
my
at the
bad.
time, but I did play 1, and I did like 1 a lot.
He was-
Sebastian DeBest helps me. He got me
So
through
that,
it.
yeah, true. So Simon Backwell, our funny guy, so here's the thing about this like Athena's arc that goes through this case is that she goes, am I really good enough to do this on my own? And that does bring up a point in which that like in each of Athena's cases so far, she either had Phoenix Wright or Apollo Justice helping her. So like this was her first solo venture. Well, her second technically, because her first solo venture was the tutorial case in Dual Destinies, and she objectively failed that one because
Mhm.
Phoenix Wright had to come in and take over. So, like, I can see why this had to happen for her arc. I just don't think that Simon Blackwell was the best way to, like, help her. Like, I understand that, like, Simon Blackwell being on the side of you, very funny, but I think he should have been, like, less helpful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
You should've-
know. I found him like kind of endearing in some places.
Yeah.
I wish he had been more helpful when I actually needed help versus like dropping obvious hints.
He does. Yeah, that's the thing, though, right? Is that like his help either goes like, "All right, you got this," and he doesn't say anything, or he goes, "All right, so what's funny about this image? Okay, compare this image to this image. Now, is there a
Let me
difference?"
let me let me talk about the let me use some dog-related analogies real quick, just to make sure you get that the dog ate the food.
Yeah. Like,
or let me literally just go ahead and walk over to the witness and smack her upside the head so that her wig flips up and you can see the wound on her, on her forehead.
He would do that. He would do that on the other side of the bench too, though.
Yeah, I know. He would definitely use the spiritual pressure in order to win a court case.
He felt consistent as a character.
Yes.
Like, kind of a bastard, but also, like, Athena. I gotta remember, this man was going to the chair for this girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Simon Blackwell here a lot. I just think that there are some moments where I'm like, I feel like you're not actually helping Athena's growth in this case. I feel like sometimes you're kind of just, like, picking her up and placing her on the next step, which I don't think is the right way to handle that. You know what I mean?
His ulterior motive of his favorite soba shop not closing.
True. Yes, he does have an ulterior motive, which is having cold noodles.
Right. And I like that. I like, him being just here because I don't want my fucking shop to shut down. I like this place. I'm fine with that motivation. But yeah, I just kind of wish there was just a few moments. Like I said, it doesn't need to be much, like, because obviously if you have an assistant, they need to give you assistance. And obviously it's the usual Ace Attorney curse. Main player character, the second they're the lead person on the case, they lose 30 IQ points.
As fuck.
Yeah, they just instantly become less competent. And that's just how it goes because game. But it just felt like there could be one or two little moments where they just tone it back just a little bit. But overall,
it feels like this should have been like the beginning of like another game where they teach you how to play Ace Attorney again.
Or I think this could have even been better if it was just a little earlier in the game.
What if this was a tutorial case?
This feels a little weird being case 4.
That's what I mean. Like if it was like the first game, like the first case in this game, it probably would have been okay because you would have been like, oh, it's a tutorial case. Of course they're doing this stuff. But, this far into the game now and you have a character like doubting themselves already, I just...
To be fair, we have not played as Athena this entire game so far. So
that's
this is
true.
This
gotta get her in.
Technically, this is a tutorial case. If we were playing Athena Sykes,
and this is
not knocking the case. I enjoyed it overall. I was pretty happy.
I did like this case.
I was not mad to be playing it and finishing it because I have been in the past. I finished it at a reasonable hour.
I got to see a woman. It was great.
See woman spotted.
Great time. What?
Woman spotted.
True. I like Uendo a lot and his split personalities, whose names I've already forgotten, except for one of them, which is Patches, because that's a Dark Souls character.
Patches. I saw that and I was like, Dark Souls.
Owen.
Dark Souls spotted. Very funny that, like, both the Uendo and Gairu goes, like, we're gonna leave, and Simon goes, you're on a stage, don't you want to perform? And they go, never mind, I want to stay really bad. I want to stay super bad, everybody.
And fucking God, though.
Nayuta's literally there being like, can you please shut the fuck up?
Alright, you know what I don't love about Nayuta is that he's, like, Miles would be like, yeah, let him testify. I'm gonna handle it, like, I'm gonna manipulate the shit out of my witness right in front of you. I don't care how much they testify. Whereas this guy's like, nope, I've decided no more testimony. No more evidence presenting. Shoosh is done. And I'm like, whoa, buddy.
Yeah.
Let the man talk.
Especially when they want to.
And also like, oh, okay, you're gonna plead the fifth? That's sus as hell. Like...
Nayuta's like, please don't plead the fucking fifth. Just shut the hell up.
Like, okay, you can plead the fifth, but
that
has other implications, which we're never going to deal with again, because we did that in a previous game.
Any non-Americans out there that don't know what the fifth means? I'm sure a lot of people know what the fifth means.
So the Fifth Amendment basically means that you don't have to testify about something that would incriminate you in a crime. You cannot be forced to.
Yeah.
You can do it if you want to.
But
for some weird
But it's
reason.
your right to say you don't. You don't have to.
But if you do it,
But-
that makes it even more suspicious, and therefore would turn the tide to the favor of the defense in this
Yeah,
example.
like if you witnessed a crime, like a usual application that doesn't get you in that much trouble. If you witness a crime
Mhm,
while you are doing another crime,
mhm.
you
Right.
may testify about the crime that you saw, but say, I'm not going to say what I was doing there.
Yeah.
In America, if you earn money from crimes, you have to claim them on your taxes. And there's a specific provision where you can say that you're not going to say where the money comes from. um,
And that's how
and
the whole
that's-
country is run.
yeah, that's just how we do it here.
I
That's how
actually
they got
learned a
Al
little bit-
Capone.
I just learned that today. Thank
Yeah.
you, Rose.
Yep. Okay.
That's how we got Al Capone.
So all this to say, I think Sadmati, this is somehow the most digestible he's been so far for me. Only
Yeah,
because
because I forgot he was there.
Can't relate.
he
Again, it's such a comparatively, it's a very light touch of him.
yes.
You know,
That's
it's a smaller amount of him.
I actually
Um,
like the banter between him.
Anytime he does that stupid pose and the stupid butterfly flies down his stupid fingers,
And it takes 20 minutes.
I want to strangle him.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Slow
Oh.
animation.
I think weirdly enough, the best banter for Sadmati this case was against Blackwell. Only because Blackwell is like
Because Black Hole was yanking his chain the whole time.
he's like
Yeah.
he's like the opposite of Sadmati.
He was not being respectful. Everybody else has to be respectful to him, but Black Hole was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, this guy was like, you'll go to hell.
Exactly.
And Buckle was like, I spent like 15 years on death row, bitch. Bring
Yeah,
it.
you can't threaten me with hell. That means nothing to me.
Hell sounds
And-
like
and-
Cell, which is the stupidest line
It's
I've
like- But
heard.
that's what he would, and he says it. It's what he
Yeah.
would say.
And again, he does the, like you said earlier, the Bugs Bunny logic on Sadmati, in which he's like, would you ever not want to have somebody testify? You know?
It's not,
Would you ever not want to have somebody testify?
It's Sadmati's like, what's the
yeah."
Psychology.
And he's like, ha ha ha, you've fallen prey to my mind tricks.
my Jedi mind trick saying nuh-uh until you do what I want you to.
Yeah.
It's working,
Duck
though.
season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season.
It fucking works every
That's
time.
essentially what he does to him,
It-
and it works out.
It works every fucking time. These
And that's why I think it's more fun here, because Blackpill's willing to just kind of fuck with them a bit.
I think having a shitty lawyer who's like kind of a heel would actually be kind of sick. Because I feel like we don't get to be a heel, you know? So having Blackwell on the team, great
It's
spice.
rare.
It's
It is rare.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're the quote-unquote good guys, and you can't be too mean, because then you're evil.
No, I do want to jump over this counter and kill that motherfucker, though. There's that tweet that's going around.
If
where
I-
he's like,
listen,
Simon's
if I was
violating
a-
his
if-
parole agreement.
If
right
I was
now.
an Ace Attorney character, I would have been jailed for murder like day one.
I think there's a funny
Des
tweet
and I
going
would be the
around.
tutorial case.
One of these two killed the prosecutor. Which one was it? And they both admit to it.
We both did it.
There's like a tweet going around that's like, all right, the power of friendship is enough. We need to kill this motherfucker, and that's how I'm feeling about Sadmati.
Yeah.
I think that this is the most digestible he's been because he plays really well off of Blackwell, but that's a problem, right? That he doesn't play very well off of Athena, because like all of his
Or
He
Phoenix.
hasn't played very
Or
well off
Phoenix.
of
or
anyone else.
Apollo.
yeah, exactly.
The other characters that we've been playing
Also,
as.
I got pissed at him too, aside from the usual reasons, because at one point you're like, all right, this like child alter personality, Owen, like we're gonna have you testify, and he's like, a 5-year-old couldn't possibly understand, you can't, and I'm like, you were gonna have an 8-year-old like beheaded, like, sir,
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
last
right.
week
Yeah.
even.
Technically, I don't want to be rude. That was gasp in pain.
Okay, yeah, but like,
I-
would this guy have done any different?
I mean, that situation.
He's surely sent children to their grave.
Same legal system.
Same league. I mean, yeah, no, he is just a cog. Well,
Now, sure, it might not have actually happened that way, but the fact that I thought it could happen that way is
True.
actually what makes it worse.
that's true. No, this guy could definitely accidentally kill a guy. And by guy, I mean child. Luckily,
And so Taka delivers a bunch of sake buns.
yeah. I wish I had one so bad.
Which is enough.
95%, 95 proof, like 95 proof fucking buns.
I know they're like, there's a little bit of sake in here, and that's he's a lightweight, so that's enough to get him into
Absolutely
quote unquote Owen
trashed.
mode.
We paid for
And-
mocap.
Yes, again, we paid for the mocap. We got to show it
Paper
off,
mocap.
We paid for
And-
mocap.
and that's when we get into some like testimony where you've got to figure out Owen's simplified testimony, like what it actually means, which really comes down to just that you got to rotate everything 90 degrees because he was laying on the ground cowering.
Now, that's fine. I immediately knew that, like,
It was the easiest
Yeah.
contradiction in the whole case.
it really was, because he goes, he was standing and there was blood pouring over him, and you go, he wasn't standing, and he goes, you're right, he wasn't. And I go, okay, thanks.
I am very smart lawyer.
Why did you make me...
You did a good job contradicting that fucking 5-year-old.
That's literally Blackville over to you, next to me.
We fucking
I-
got him. He's 5.
That's the thing about it, though, right? Is that, like, sometimes some of these testimonies, I'm just like, why did we have to fight about this one? You know what I mean? Like, did I really need to provide proof?
YouTube thumbnail. This lawyer destroys 5-year-old in court.
Fucking obliterates child.
Facts and logic.
Facts and logic. Like, obliterate this 5-year-old.
And it's like fucking...
Watch now.
It's Athena and Simon pointing to the background with their mouths agape.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my
Somebody
fucking...
please draw that.
Fucking... I love Simon Blackwell. I think he's one of my favorite prosecutors.
He is up there for me too.
Because the animation he does where he laughs and slams his hand on the desk is so funny. I like that one a lot.
Athena did a lot of double slaps.
That's actually another funny little
Yeah.
bit here is that the double slap animation was made for Dual Destinies.
Because
And
she
it
does
just
too.
it never got used.
I think it's kind
And
of cute.
they started using it here, and the producer was like, wait a minute. Where'd that animation come from? Did you guys make a new animation for Athena? And they're like, no, it was in the game files. What are you talking about? And he's like, oh, okay.
My bad.
All right. Well, good work, guys.
Huh,
That-
I thought it was quite charming.
It was
Bang,
cute.
bang.
I liked it a lot. I think I was actually straight up surprised that we got Athena on screen for this game. I was not prepared to play as Athena.
They just added her in the last
I
game.
hope
They
you got
had
your
to shove
fill.
her in there somewhere.
I mean, yeah, I know for sure that this is the last Athena case. Considering that there's one more case after this, and it has a very funny name, and then there's the DLC case, and there's no way we're playing as Athena in the DLC case. Because she doesn't deserve top billing, apparently. It's...
Oh, poor Athena.
That's the thing about Athena, is that, like, she gets introduced after someone else got introduced, and that guy didn't even get any spotlight. There's not enough for Athena, you know what I mean?
They need
Yeah,
to make
there's not enough
the game
Spotlight to go around.
longer, and by longer, I mean they need to have more cases. The cases they have don't need to be longer. Stop making super long cases. Don't make me come back there.
So you're
Takes
saying
my
more
fist at
cases,
you.
but shorter.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that. I think that's a perfectly fine way to handle this. I think that, you see, this case had a very good break. I think cases that allow me to play for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and then we have a break. Thanks, man. You know?
Yeah.
And then we came
But
back.
they follow up by years later telling you to go outside on your Nintendo Switch.
Do they actually do that on Nintendo Switch?
There's games where they tell you to put it down and go outside.
Oh, I thought you meant like an Ace
You should put
Attorney.
your Switch down and go.
I
take a
thought you were
break.
implying that, like, on the modern version of fucking the Apollo Justice trilogy, Phoenix Wright looks you in the camera and goes, "Hey, go outside. Stop practicing law." We'll be
Go
here.
touch grass.
Go touch grass.
Go be an artist. Do what I couldn't.
I think he's an artist in his own right, you know. But now the courtroom is his canvas. That's my new painting theme.
Painted with
the
blood.
prosecutor.
Mhm.
I think it's very funny that prosecutors have bits. You know what I mean? Like each prosecutor
Yes.
has like their own specific little bit, and it's like, here's the sporty prosecutor, he's the cool prosecutor, he's the sexist one.
Sporty.
A sporty
Here's the
spice
sexist
prosecutor.
prosecutor.
This is my Uchi prosecutor.
My peachy prosecutor, my snooty prosecutor,
My normal prosecutor.
my normal prosecutor.
Grumpy.
And
I need my grumpy prosecutor to give me this fucking recipe for a chair.
Sadmati would
I
never
need
give me
him
the
to give me
recipe
a
for a
framed
chair.
picture of himself.
He wouldn't.
He wouldn't.
That's why he's a bitch.
It's really unfortunate because I feel like even by like the last Rose, you were an Edgeworth hater in game 1, is that correct?
I was like, I don't know if I was a hater, but I was definitely like,
A dislike.
Skeptic.
you know what? This guy's pretty annoying, actually.
How'd you feel about him until the final case?
I definitely felt myself like growing on him in like the second, like after I liked him before the final case.
Gotcha.
I definitely
okay.
was like, okay, he's funny, I like him, haha. Unnecessary feelings.
That's the
Mhm.
thing,
You
is that
know.
like we've got
Got-
one fucking case left.
Yeah, I was feeling very positively about him going into the final case, and that just kind of
Yeah.
sorted it for me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then Francisca von Karma, we were all pretty much a fan of day 1, except for like the long whipping bits, and at that point I was just like, okay, I get it, whatever.
I was like, she can do
Stop.
whatever she wants.
Yeah. And Godot, who I now can only view as Don Draper from Mad Men, is
Sure.
fucking, he was fine. I just feel like Sadmati's got like one fucking case left to redeem himself. He's gotta take a bullet for me at this point. Like,
No, I'm right there with you. He's got a fucking big hill to climb.
Cause
People out there being like, "Oh, he's so great," and I'm sitting here like, I've literally never hated another character in Ace Attorney as much as I hate this guy.
we solved the case by managed to get it on Gyro over here because her fucking actions were suspicious as hell, aka feeding a bunch of dumplings to a dog. Because it turns out she killed her master using udon noodle dough.
It wasn't even sus. It was just fucking weird. And then it was like, oh, it was important.
I would say that it's weird is probably the suspicious activity, you know what I mean?
I didn't think it was suspicious. I just thought it was an Ace Attorney quirky thing.
Okay, well, I guess I thought it was suspicious, because look at that fucking pile of dumplings, man. You should not give that to a dog.
I saw it and I was like, what the fuck is he feeding that dog?
Even if those dumplings have a little blood in them.
Yeah.
Rigor mortis juice.
We get it. We finally pin it on her after, like, she doesn't even testify that often after her heel turn, because she tries to play, like,
Right.
the bubbly clown girl, and it works on me. And then,
Tiago's immediately smitten.
yeah, 100%, of course.
Instantly sure she's innocent.
I was sure she was innocent until I saw that Owen was a 5-year-old, and then I went, "Ah, fuck, Owen's 5. Ah, shit, it was Gyro." There was no way it could have been fucking Owen, the
Yeah.
little kid, little Owen Wilson. So we finally get it on her. She has her heel break.
She does the thing.
She does her heel breakdown where all her balloons pop, and then like her like clown wig comes off, and then she's just like a person inside. And that really, that says a lot. Underneath every clown is a person. All right, so treat clowns with respect.
She wasn't
We're about
wearing
to go to school
horrible
to be
clown
clowns.
makeup, so she just made me, like, she didn't make me viscerally upset.
If she had clown makeup, you would have been upset.
Yeah, it's the makeup. It's the clown makeup.
I
The
need to get like,
nose, the nose can be used for a comedy bit,
yeah, the nose is funny.
but it's the clown makeup.
I feel like later I'll get like a scale of faces, Rose, and we'll see where it
We'll
gets
see
like
what
skipped.
upsets me the most.
Exactly. We'll get like
Yeah.
From 1 to 5.
the 5.
I am,
Here's
Clown
and I'm not
psychology.
like, we all like to be like, "Oh, clown's scary." Like, I'm talking like, as a child, like running, screaming in tears from clowns. So like, I'm not
Yeah.
kidding.
Mhm.
I used to be very afraid of
Yeah.
Pennywise's It, and then I saw It, and now I think it's a cool movie. You know, I remember
Sure.
walking through Blockbuster and looking at the cover and being like, "Oh," and then walking away, and then going to check out a game for the N64. What's so funny, does?
You walk in and you're like, oh, and then you keep walking. It's like when someone writes boob and erases the last B, and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Um,
I've always been clown agnostic, right?
you're clown
They
gnostic.
yeah, clown agnostic. They never bothered me. But I was never a fan either, right? You know, it's a clown. Okay.
That's fair. I think.
I was an irrational child. I'll be honest.
Oh, we know.
I mean,
Once I hid from a
children
mall
are children,
Santa
right? It's fine.
for so long that my mom had to call security.
I was really.
Security, get this clown out of here.
No, they had to find me.
Yeah, no.
The
Rose
clown,
was
they
lost.
could find this mall Santa. It was fine.
Okay,
It was
so
me that was the problem.
a little Rose and Tiago lore. Any listener watching, look up the Bugaboo Creek tree.
Oh!
We're going
Talking
to
about
this
Creek
now?
Steakhouse
All right.
Street.
All
The
right.
Bugaboo Creek tree is legit fucked. Like we didn't even know about each other's presence at this point in our lives, but we were both scared of that fucking tree.
Yeah, separately. Yeah, this is
unrelated to Ace Attorney. Just give yourself some nightmares if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, you know what? John Waters would say, do something scary. Go watch a fucked up movie. So you know what?
Yeah.
Do what he would want.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
Going back to this case, we proved that Gyro Tornado did it, and she did it because she was incredibly frustrated at the fact that her father, the owner of the Rakugo school, gave the title of Uendo Tornado to some random kid instead of her. So it was premeditated, but it was also a crime of passion. Because she goes, I
Right.
wanted my revenge, but when I saw him there drunk, laying over the udon noodle dough, I was so pissed. And then it turns out the reason he had udon noodles because he wanted to make udon noodles for Gairu. And I'm like, bro, come on. Fucking, why do you
Have you tried talking to her?
Yeah.
She
Apparently not.
Another anime plot where you're talking to somebody would have fixed everything.
dead ass, the fact that you think your daughter's bad at Rakugo, so you tell her to become a balloon artist, is insane. Like,
It's so bad.
that is like a quest from Pathologic made to torture you. Like, it's not supposed to, like, give you quest information. It's just there to make you feel bad. Why would you do that?
Right.
And then,
And again,
he does it to Bucky.
we add on, the theft of the deed to the shop from Bucky as well.
What the
To just
fuck?
Yeah. I don't understand how this is supposed to motivate Bucky.
Bucky?
I don't get it.
Yeah, very mysterious.
Bad Dad Award.
He's not even Bucky's dad. He's just a freak.
he just likes Bucky's cooking.
Imagine fucking around with your local Domino's. Like,
Okay, well, when you put it that way, that does kind of change things.
The guy who's always delivering my pizza. One day I go, you know what? And I pop his tires, and then he'll be like,
And then
"See,
he's
try
gonna learn
delivering
about
pizza now,
friendship."
motherfucker." And then when he still delivers the pizza, I go, "See, that was the real lesson. You could still deliver pizza even without your car. And now, as a gift to you, I'm gonna give you back your car. I'm gonna give you back your tires." And it's like, that didn't prove anything. What are you doing? That's just being an asshole.
he's one of those motherfuckers who would put, like, walk into your room holding his phone out, smash your PS4, and go, "Babe, I got you a PS5."
Yeah.
Fucking Christ, dude.
Just like, dude,
Honestly,
no, this is not how you teach anybody a lesson.
so, like, at the very end of it, we're all supposed to be, like, very sympathetic and be like, "Oh, Shisha, we all loved you." And it's like, he didn't love us. Like, he was fucking with us. This dude was the Joker. So what the fuck were we doing?
Judge slams down his gavel. Actually, fuck this guy.
This guy kind of sucked.
We'll
Actually,
give you some community service, miss.
Gyro Tornado, your
I'm
punishment.
gonna be, in light of the circumstances, I've deemed to be lenient upon you, Miss Gyro Tornado.
Gyro Tornado, deadass, your crime is going to go search for a new fucking job. You're not good at what you do. Christ.
Phoenix is a good father figure. You should stick around. Maybe join our Phoenix.
Actually, yeah, no, you should totally join our. You should join our. You should You should join our agency. Our agency.
You got there, buddy.
Yeah, we should join
Yeah,
our.
right.
We
You gotta breathe, man. You gotta breathe.
Guys, you should totally join our agency. You're 34.
Breathe.
He's dying, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we have a position open, and we just shove someone else to the side.
Yep.
Oh God.
There's gonna be a position open if Phoenix doesn't get his shit together.
Yeah, Phoenix is going to get killed tonight. Either by Revolutionary Firing Squad or Church Firing Squad. It's weird that there's two different firing squads. Oh, Christ. I can't believe the name of the next case is Turnabout Revolution. It sounds like a PS2 video game to me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm going to dance in the next case.
Well, yeah, I guess is that ever it then for everybody's thoughts for this case? That sounds like where we are?
Fuck Sadmati.
It's a short case, but
Yeah.
it felt sweet because
I did like this.
Sweet like a manju bun.
like a manju bun. I liked all the characters involved with the case. I liked Simon Blackwell being our like fucking sidekick. It was fantastic. The only like sour note I have is Sadmati was there, and it's kind of funny how like even the victim of this case is somehow the worst guy. You know what I mean? Like even the killer all kind of just like, we get it. You know what I mean? Love that Gyro Tornado turned out to be a sympathetic killer, because I have crushed on actual unsympathetic killers before.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had a little dub in the book.
Yeah.
Now that I'm past this, I think I'm going to hop off the podcast now. I got to my goal, everybody.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good,
All
man.
right, it's been nice.
Guys,
See you later.
I'll see you guys later. I guess I won't learn what happens at the fantastical end of Phoenix Wright's accidentally break down a government's fucking system arc
Mm-hmm.
that he has
we
now.
gotta get him and Maya out of there, I suppose.
You're right. You know what? I should stick around and get Maya out. You're so right.
We gotta get Maya out. Do it for Maya.
Do it for Maya. And I do like Albie. Albie's a little guy. You know?
Yeah.
He's just a guy who loves his country.
That's not his fault. He's 8 years old.
You think Princess Rafa's ever seen a clown?
No, but she could.
Yeah, she looks
if
at
she'll
one
come
every
to
day.
America.
She just have to look in the mirror.
I fucking knew it. I
Damn.
knew as soon as I said it. I was like, one of us is gonna make a fucking mirror joke. She has to look at the reflection of her fucking spiritual kiddie pool to find the clown. Oh, God. Wait, do you actually think there's no clowns in the Kingdom of Karayan? That'd be kind of sad.
It's like a court jester instead.
True. He does.
Type of vibe.
Do you think he gets killed if he fucks up?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, look at the fucking.
probably.
Look at the Queen Consort. He's like hovering over the kill button.
How often did court jesters get killed for not being funny?
More often than you think.
Food for thought.
Probably nowhere. I was gonna say probably nowhere near as often as we like to pretend.
True.
Right.
All right.
Oh, Your Honor, I've found another funny tweet for you. This one is from the user Drill. And it says they won't even let me fuck the flag.
I find
Pretty amusing, don't you think, sire?
I don't think you could execute a man for reading you drill tweets out loud. That ain't right.
I
They're nice
find
tweets.
him
They're good tweets.
I find him derivative.
I think the current CEO of Twitter might want to kill somebody for some tweets, but
Fuck him. Tell him I said
What's
that.
Twitter?
Tell him I fucking said that. I don't care.
Twitter.com.
Twitter.com.
I'm not calling it that stupid name.
Me neither.
Same.
Anyway.
All right. Well, I think once we turn into bitching about Twitter, that's when we know we're done, right?
Yeah,
It's time
true.
to stop. Everybody log off, go to bed.
It's the middle of the... We don't normally record in the middle of the week at night, but we are recording at the middle of the week at night, and I can really feel the Wednesday in this fucking evening.
Yeah.
It's really Wednesday night in this fucking Applebee's.
Captain, it's been a long fucking court case.
Well, I've got bad news. The next
one's
one is
really
the
long.
longest case
Ever.
in any Ace Attorney game.
I'm like chewing my own arm off right now. I'm like when an animal gets its leg caught in a trap, I'm just like gnawing.
Ben, Your Honor,
Yeah.
what do you mean
Get
by
out.
that?
It is
It's a long-ass
a
case.
massive case. I don't know what to tell you other than it's huge. First I'll do the quick preamble. I'll do our usual preamble. You can keep up with the show via our website, updatedautopsy.report, to stay up to date on everything we do and get links to all of our socials. You can watch all of our Let's Plays of Dessy and I playing through the game at youtube.com/@yotseben. And you can follow me on pretty much all social media websites at Yotseben. Dessy, where can people find you?
You can find me on the battlefield, defending Super Earth.
And Tiago.
You can find me on the website formerly known as Twitter, at Tiago S. Dusher, a link tree in bio.
And Rose.
You can find me at Rose Nonsense on co-host, where you can also find my commission prices if you need some art.
By Rose Art.
Bye,
Yeah.
Rose Art.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope that you will rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast platform. If you write an Apple Podcasts review, we will read it on the air. Especially if it's a nice one. If it's a awful one, no chance of that.
If it's awful, it
unfortunately.
better
Unless
also
it's-
be funny.
Yeah, you
yeah, it
gotta
better be
funny.
really funny
Yeah.
if it's a one star.
We will
But-
read it,
No,
but
don't be bad. Don't be mean.
Only-
Don't
We
be
have
mean,
a-
don't be
we-
sad.
it's gotta be
Yeah,
funny.
we have a perfect
If
5-star.
you write a bad review, I will cry.
Yeah, we have a perfect 5-star rating right now on Apple Podcasts, which I'm
Real
honestly
fucking homies
fairly
out
proud
there.
of.
Wow,
And,
really? Us?
yeah, and if if you give us a review, like I said, we'll read it on the air, and it really does help like service the show and like serve it up, to other people. So
They're gonna have to like do a class in like fucking high school that tells you how important it is to comment and subscribe to people.
Well, listen,
How it's more
everyone's
than
got to
just
like, comment, and
nothing.
subscribe. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
it really does actually help. So if you do that, we'd greatly appreciate it. So here we go. Next time, we will be playing the start of the 5th case, Turnabout Revolution. We will be playing the first 2 chunks, the first 2 segments of the game, a first investigation and the first trial segment. We're going to be playing those together. They are both part 1 of the trial of Turnabout Revolution. They are both set in the United States.
Your Honor,
We're going to...
how many parts are we breaking this up into?
My current plan is to break this up into 3 chunks.
3 chunks.
That is my current
huh?
plan.
So
Chunks.
huh?
Yeah.
Jesus.
3 chunks. So
Who's
this is our
the-
first chunk.
Who's the
And we're going
Who's the writer for this game?
for this one. We're back with the main writing team with Yamazaki.
We should get him out and
Okay.
Mr. Famous in. Mr. Famous, honestly,
Mr. Famous, save
comes
us.
back in the DLC.
Mr. Famous, save us, Mr. Famous. He actually wrote a pretty good fucking case,
Yeah, it
and
was a nice little case.
he would put a clown woman in.
So if you're playing along with us, there's your homework. Investigation 1 and trial 1. Those first 2 segments is what we're going to play and talk about next time, aka Turnabout Revolution Part 1, United States segment.
USA.
The rest of it, who knows where that'll be? You have one guess.
The moon.
Incorrect.
The moon?
The
That would
moon!
be sick.
Moon law!
No,
If it was
we're
the
going to
moon.
Crane after that.
We're going to the one place
Who'da
law
thought?
hasn't corrupted. Space!
Space.
Yay!
We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye!
Bye.
One of the wackiest recordings I think we've done.
We got a little
Yeah.
off topic.
It just got wacky at the end. Don't
I think
worry.
it did because
Okay.
it's such a short case, and I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, Ben can make us normal.
Ben, make us weirder.